Welcome to episode 10 of the We Will Beat IBD podcast. My name is Brian Greenberg, founder of the Intestines Foundation, fellow IBDer and ostomate. My goal is to help others with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and ostomies. Together, I believe we can do amazing things. Together, we will beat IBD. Let today's show begin. Hello and welcome our IBD family to another episode of the We Will Beat IBD podcast. We've been excited to bring you more episodes this year, and we have some exciting guests that we'll be sharing with you soon. Most of all, Brandi Chastain of the United States gold medal winning soccer team is going to be joining us right here to discuss her son being newly diagnosed with Crohn's disease and how she plans to not only learn about the disease, but help others in the IBD community. How cool is that? You won't want to miss that episode and many others we have coming up. So you can get all the latest news on the We Will Beat IBD podcast at www.intenseintestines.org/podcast, where you can sign up to get the latest podcast sent directly to you. But do us a favor. If you're listening to the We Will Beat IBD podcast on whatever podcasting your service, whether it be iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or another, click subscribe there. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the subscribe button there as well. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get into episode 10 of the We Will Beat IBD podcast and IBD Tip Tuesdays on preparation for emergencies with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Now, this can be a very long, drawn-out topic because there are endless circumstances that can be discussed on how to prepare with IBD. How many times have you left the house and wish you had a medication or something in your car? How many days have you left forgetting your best hydration drink or safe food that you know you can enjoy? This is what IBD Tip Tuesday is all about, making sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen and you're ready for anything. I'm going to share some of my tips that I've always used to be prepared no matter what I'm doing. Many years ago, I was running to the emergency rooms a lot. Now, oddly enough, I'm running triathlons. What made this all easier to deal with, whether it be a race or a race to the emergency room, was I was prepared. No matter where I went, I did everything I could to have with me what I would need. Did I make mistakes? Of course I did. I'm human. Everyone makes mistakes. But for the most part, I had what I needed when I needed it. There are two bags that I have packed at all times. They have basically all the supplies that I need to manage my ID. One would stay at my house, so then if I needed to go to the hospital, I can grab it quickly. And one would stay in my car. This way, if I was away from home, it was with me too. So I was prepared for no matter what, where my IBD struck. And I could handle it. It was almost like an insurance policy for my Crohn's disease or someone else's ulcerative colitis. So what went into this bag? Basically everything I would need for a 2 to 3 day hospital visit. This included all my medications in a prescription bottle, ostomy supplies for at least 3 changes, I would say, my hydration essentials, which included my emergency packets and water-based protein powder, a shaker bottle to make those in, of course, comfortable clothes and slippers in case I was in the hospital and needed to walk around, a change of underwear. My mom would just yell at me if I didn't have that with me at all times, extra charger for my phone or tablet, headphones, and lastly, a copy of my insurance card just in case I didn't have a chance to grab my wallet or have it with me. This would always be enough to get me through a day or so until loved ones came and brought me any other essentials I might need. And it was always enough to deal with anything that might happen on the road. If I had a small ostomy leak, I got it covered. If I needed some hydration, I got it covered. Need one of my medications, guess what? I had it covered. I highly recommend that every IBD patient has 2 bags ready to go at any time. One at home, one in the car. Especially if you have moderate to severe IBD. We always need to be ready for anything because we never know when our Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis is going to strike us down and when a flare is going to hit. And that is what it's about. Knowing that these supplies are always going to be there. Whenever I leave my house, I have confidence that I'm going to be able to deal with whatever happens. And the best part is, I would have enough to cover me until reinforcers arrived. So I want to know what you bring in your kit. Please do us a favor and visit our website at www.intenseintestines.org/podcast and leave us a comment there on what you have and what you bring. Before you go also, please don't forget to click subscribe for the We Will Beat IBD podcast on iTunes or any other podcasting service you're using, including YouTube. Thank you so much for listening to the We Will Beat IBD podcast again and IBD Tip Tuesdays. Stay tuned for a great interview we have coming up with Brandy Chastain. And remember, together we will beat IBD. If you'd like more information on the Intense Intestine Foundation, please visit our website at www.intenseintestines.org. Once again, that's www.intenseintestines.org. We're also on all of the major social medias, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can check us out there as well for all the latest news, updates, events, and everything the Intense Intestines Foundation is doing.